Good morning, students. Today I am going to revise chapter number 2, Socialism in Europe and the Russian Revolution from History. And today's topic is the age of social change. And in this topic, I will discuss with you some important terms like liberals, radicals, conservatives, and after that industries and social change and socialism in Europe, and after that socialism given support. So my dear student, as I told you in my previous explanation about the French Revolution, as well as like in Europe and Russia, common people and liberals and radicals and also socialists led the movement against the monarchy system in Europe and Russia. So students, socialists and radicals who wanted to change, or they wanted social change in all over the Europe and Russia. So my dear students, as I told you in my previous explanation about the French Revolution, in which that time society was divided into three categories like clergy, nobles and third estate, as well as monarchy system. So like that in Europe and Russia, people faced that kind of problem because common people or people who belong to the lower section of the society, they had to pay taxes to the nobles and rich people and also to nobility like this. So for the social change in Europe and Russia, common people divided into the liberals, radicals and conservatives, in which liberals were they who mainly wanted a nation that would tolerate all religions, and they argued for an elected parliamentary and judiciary system. Okay, it means simply we can say in simple language, like liberals wanted a parliament and judiciary which should be based on the constitution and rules and regulation, and there will be no any kind of domination by the monarchy system. All right. And also they wanted a equal law and freedom for all. So they were who wanted a middle path for the common people, but radicals, they wanted a government which was based on the majority of a country's population. It means simply radicals wanted a democratic country in which rulers and leaders who will be selected or elected by the common people, like India. All right. And also they wanted the idea of non-existence of private property and concentration of property in hands of a few. It means all the radicals and socialists wanted a kind of society in which people can gain each and equal opportunity for all, and radicals wanted a kind of change in this society, like money was in hand of only some rich people of Europe and Russia, and others were the peasants and poor section and daily wage earners and poor people. That's why they wanted a kind of society in which everyone should keep their own land for the cultivation of crops or for the growing of crops, etc. That's why they disliked the property in some hands of rich people. Okay. After that, conservatives and students. Conservatives were those people who were the followers of old ideology and old rules and regulation of the country, and they respected the past and resisted the change. Okay. But due to the effort of liberals and radicals, finally they began to accept the change for the society. All right. After that, your next point is industries and social change. So students, as I told you in my previous explanation that 17th century or the starting of 18th century was the change of society and modernization and discovery of many technology and also migration of the people from village to the country. And at that time, industries were also flourishing very rapidly. That's why men, women, and children were called out from the village to the city to do work in the newly constructed industries or factories of Europe and the Russia. All right. So, my dear student, this was a period of economic and social change where men, women, and children were pushed into factories on lower wages. It means they were pushed to do work in factories or industries, but their wages was very less and insufficient. That's why liberals and radicals who were owners considered that workers' efforts must be encouraged. It means those people who were the follower of radicals and liberals and they wanted some change in the society, and they were also a big industrialist. So some of the radical and liberal industrialists wanted to bring change in the life of workers. Like they wanted to increase the wages of the workers and they wanted to change the sleeping condition of the workers, and also they wanted to less or reduce the working hour of the people. And that time workers in Europe and Russia were categorized on the basis of their skill. For example, the workers who were working in iron industry, they were known as a first class worker because they were doing a more physical and hard work in the compare of other workers who were working in the factory. Understood? Okay. After that, your next topic is socialism in Europe. So my dear students, socialism started a different type of movement to change the life of the common people. Okay? And also socialists were against the idea of private property, as I told you above, and they had different visions of the future. It means some socialists wanted to bring change in the society, but sometimes their ideas were not similar with each other. So, like some demanded that government must encourage cooperative society or cooperative sectors or cooperative industry. It means where private capitalist and government can do work or can carry on the industry with the help of each other. Alright? And students, here I want to one thing clear in front of you, that is capitalist. It means those rich people of the Europe and Russia who had a lot of money. Okay? So my dear students, Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels added that industrial society was capitalist, whereas Marx believed that a socialist society would free the workers from capitalism, and then this would become a communist society. It means, my dear student, some socialists like Karl Marx and Frederick wanted to bring or wanted to make a kind of change in the Europe and Russian society, and also they wanted to stop the domination of government alone, or they wanted to reduce the power of capitalist on the common people. That's why they wanted to make a communist society in which all the rules, regulation, right and equality would be for the common people. Alright? And after that, your last topic is socialism given support. So, my dear students, to fight for better living conditions, workers in Germany and England began forming association. As I told you in my above explanation that during the starting of Europe and Russian Revolution, people were working in very worse condition. That's why workers who were working in industry of Germany and England began forming a kind of association, and also they set up funds for members in distress, reduction of working hours and right to vote. It means the workers of Germany and England led a movement against the capitalists, and they wanted wages, increased wages and less working hour, and also they wanted right to vote for all the European and Russian society. So all these topics and points were related to the age of social change in Europe and Russia. So my dear students, for today's that's all, and in my next explanation I will discuss with you some more topics from the socialism in Europe and the Russian Revolution. Alright? So listen my lecture very carefully, and anywhere if you have any doubt or confusion, then contact me. Alright? Thank you and have a nice day.